Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wolf Pit with another episode of What Are We Eating? Today, we're going over the 10.75 ounce Yellowstone Bunkhouse Braised Beef Stew that costs $5.94. That is the fourth and final frozen Yellowstone meal we'll be trying unless they come out with new ones. The Bunkhouse Braised Beef Stew is made with tender prime rib simmered in a rich beer gravy with russet potatoes, carrots, and peas. Well, I've got to say, from the picture and the description of this Bunkhouse Braised Beef Stew, it looks delicious. But how many of you, the people, really think that they really put prime rib in this meal? Well, I guess it could be prime rib trimmings. Out of 236 reviews, the Bunkhouse Braised Beef Stew received 3.8 stars out of 5. Here's a list of ingredients. And whether it's prime rib or not, at least they use real meat and not a foreign meat slurry concoction. And I've got to say, so far with these Yellowstone meals, the ingredient lists have been pretty impressive, along with the quality and flavor of the meals. The serving size is the whole meal, which has 260 calories, 9 grams of total fat, 4 grams of saturated fat, no trans fat, 60 milligrams of cholesterol, 940 milligrams of sodium, 24 grams of carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, 5 grams of sugars, and 21 grams of protein. Here's the Yellowstone's Bunkhouse Braised Beef Stew right out of the freezer and right out of the box. Now it goes into the microwave and cooks according to the instructions on the box. Here's our Yellowstone Bunkhouse Braised Beef Stew after microwaving on high for a total of 5 minutes and resting for 1 minute. Now the beef stew looks meaty and it looks delicious, but it's got a weird smell and aroma to it. So we gave it a mix, got a spoonful, and then into the old pie hole and down the gullet it went. As soon as it hit my tongue, I knew what the smell was. It tasted like wine that you add to the stew, but didn't give it time to cook off. So I'm assuming that's the beer, since there's no wine in the beef stew. I'm not sure what kind of beer they used, but it's pretty strong flavor-wise, and definitely a beer I would not recommend to cook with again. But like I mentioned earlier, the meat in this is really good. It's tasty, it's tender, it's moist, and most of all, it's real meat, along with the very fresh tasting, delicious, and perfectly cooked vegetables. Along with the 3 previous Yellowstone frozen dinners I tried, the Yellowstone Bunkhouse Braised Beef Stew is another solid dinner, even with the pretty strong beer/alcohol flavor. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love beer and I love the flavor. I just didn't like the flavor it produced in this stew, which is why I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Thank you all very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.